Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a little time today to talk about something I think is really a lot of fun and very, very helpful for anyone to have a better life. Many of you probably have in some time throughout your life taken some type of a personality test. And I want to tell you, for the past year and a half or so, I've been working with some amazing mentors, and I had always taken personality tests, and one personality test in particular, which I'm going to send you to that website so you can check out your own personality. Um, the amazing thing is when you work on yourself and you learn things about yourself and you start to change things about yourself because you want to be a better person, you want to have a better life, your personality can actually change. Go figure. I thought it was fascinating because for years I have taken the same personality test and always gotten the same result. So when I was working with let's see, it was probably 8 months into working with a mentor when I went to my first live event with those mentors, and I had to take the personality test again for that live event. It was one of the things that we had to do to prepare for it. And for the first time, I got a different result. So, many of you have probably at least heard of or taken or been told by someone about one of the simpler personality tests. And there's colors: blue, green, yellow, red. So simply for those, red is your type A personality, the very driven person. Well, I always came out as a type A personality. Blue, they're more fun-loving. They're motivated by travel and having fun with their friends. Those kind of things make them happier than what makes the type A person happy. Yellow people are just really caring, giving people, and that's what makes them happy, is to help others. Green, that would be my husband. Very analytical. They have to analyze everything, and before making any decision, they really truly have to check out all the facts before they will ever commit to anything. So those are simple ones, and they used to be A, B, C, D. It's more complicated than that, and the one I like breaks it down into 16 personalities, but there's really 4 basic personality groups. But to find out who you really are, you need to figure out why you are the person that you are, because as we all go through life, from childhood through school, we truly are affected by every single person of influence or even our peers, and we become who we are by who we hang around. At first it's our parents and aunts and uncles, maybe our church leaders and our teachers, who tend to mold us into who we are. But then as we get a little further into school and we start choosing our friends, as you all know, in school there's cliques. There's different types of students who gravitate to each other. The people that love sports, they all tend to gravitate and hang around together. The book learners, the ones that love to read, very intellectual, they all tend to gravitate to each other, and those that like to have fun tend to gravitate to each other too. And you tend to pick up little personality traits from your friends because you want to be liked by those people that you are hanging around all the time. So over the years, we hang around with different groups of people, whether we're in elementary school, high school, college, and those people influence who we end up being and what we supposedly want to do in our life or want to achieve, the type of person we just are. That is not necessarily who you truly are, because different struggles in our life can cause us to change in some way. One of my mentors at one of our live events told a story about how someone can actually end up being the type A personality. Basically, all of our personality traits probably come from some fear. So you've got a little boy who's very, very happy. Something bad happens in his life. Whether it be his parents have problems with their relationship, someone very, very close to him gets ill and dies, and he just doesn't know how to handle that. Or it could be that he is bullied in school. Maybe he's not great at sports, so he gets bullied by those that are good in sports because he doesn't care about sports. It could be anything. So he becomes, instead of this happy little boy, he becomes a very sad little boy. And you can't continue through life being sad, so a lot of times that sadness can turn into anger and aggression because they don't know how to handle it. And as we become adults, you can't stay like that. So that anger and aggression can turn into a driven personality, someone who has to be successful, that needs to prove that they can be truly successful. So they end up being a type A personality because of something bad that happened previously in their life. And that can happen for all of us. Something has affected us in some way, somewhere, or there's multiple things throughout our lives, struggles that we all go through that change who we truly are. So there's layers that we need to figure out why they're there, how they got there, and in some way try and resolve those. And it's not necessarily if somebody hurt you in some way that you need to go back and deal with that person and fix it, because you can't necessarily do that. But you can figure out where it came from, where the fear came from. And some of your personality traits may be true personality traits, because some of it does come from our DNA, that type of thing. But our life events have molded us more than anything else. So you want to peel back the layers by figuring out, once you find your personality, going through that personality, what your strengths are, why you've got them, what your weaknesses are, why do you have those, what fear is related to each of them. So kind of look at it as asking this question for each strength, each weaknesses. To what end? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Why are you believing the things that you're believing? So use that question to kind of help you navigate through and figure it out. I can tell you that I have gone through 2 changes. I'm on my third personality.